Imagine a mission so secret, its success could save a nation's future, but its failure, well, that could spark a global crisis. Today, we're diving into the secret blueprint for an incredibly high-stakes operation. This is Operation Shadow Repatriation. So, let's just start with the big question, the one at the heart of all of this. How in the world do you move a national treasure, we're talking billions of dollars worth of gold, across continents, and do it so quietly that nobody, and I mean nobody, notices? To really get a sense of the scale here, we're going to focus on Italy's gold reserve, and the number you're looking at, that's 2,452 tons. Let that sink in for a second. That is one of the biggest piles of gold on the entire planet. Now, here's what makes this whole thing a logistical nightmare. The treasure isn't all sitting in one place. Nope, it's scattered all over. You can see here, the biggest chunk, about 1,200 tons, is sitting in a vault in New York. Another 400 tons are in London, 100 in Switzerland, and only about a third of it is actually in Rome. This is a huge problem to solve.
This, of course, brings us to the big question. Why would anyone even think about trying something so risky? You have to understand the why, the context behind a mission this massive.
So, let's set the scene. Imagine it's the year 2030. The world is tense, the markets are shaky, and countries are not exactly getting along. The threat of sanctions or having your assets frozen abroad is suddenly very, very real. In that kind of world, having your national treasure stored in someone else's backyard, it doesn't feel safe anymore. It feels like a huge liability.
And that's where our operation gets its name. Rimpatrio Ombra, which translates to shadow repatriation. The mission is simple on paper, get the gold home, but you have to do it in total secrecy, because if word gets out, you could cause the exact financial chaos you're trying to protect your country from.
Okay, so you've decided to do it. How on earth do you even begin to plan something like this? Well, let's pull back the curtain and look at the secret blueprint. Rule number 1, absolute secrecy. We're talking about a plan that's known to only a handful of people. The governor of the Bank of Italy, a couple of his deputies, a few hand-picked experts. That's it. They meet in secret at weird hours. All their messages are encrypted, and any piece of paper with a plan on it, it gets destroyed immediately. No records, no leaks, period.
Now, the plan itself is actually pretty brilliant. It's a two-step process. First, you don't actually move the old gold bars from New York and London. Instead, you secretly sell them right where they are. Then, you take all that cash and secretly buy brand new gold from miners and refiners and have that gold delivered straight to Rome. It's a logistical and financial sleight of hand.
But wait a minute. You can't just sell thousands of tons of gold without someone asking questions, right? Of course not. That's why you need a bulletproof cover story. You need a campaign of total misdirection.
And this table just lays it out perfectly. You have the official story, the lie, and then you have the real mission, the truth. If anyone asks what's going on, the official line is, it's just a routine accounting review. Those massive gold sales? Oh, that's just standard portfolio rebalancing. And the billions of dollars from the sales? Publicly, they're being reinvested in U.S. government bonds. But really, that cash is being secretly piled up to buy back the gold. The plan is set. The cover story is in place. Now, it's time to execute. This is where it all goes from theory to a full-blown, real-world operation. So, Phase 1 kicks off. Italy quietly starts selling its gold, but they're not doing it on the public market for everyone to see. No way. These are what you call over-the-counter deals, basically private sales arranged through trusted, anonymous brokers. And the buyers? They're also discreet. Think big sovereign wealth funds in Asia or Middle Eastern traders who like to keep things quiet. The gold bars themselves never even move. It's all just numbers changing on a ledger.
And this whole thing isn't some quick job. It's a meticulously planned operation that unfolds over 6 months. You see here, the selling starts in month 1. By month 4, they've got enough cash to start buying new gold. And then in month 5, the first secret shipments of that new gold start arriving in Italy. The target, get 1,000 tons home safely.
Which brings us to Phase 2. The final, and you could say the most dangerous, part of the whole mission, actually getting all that physical gold onto Italian soil without anyone knowing.
I mean, this is straight out of a spy movie. The gold arrives on undeclared charter flights, or maybe comes in by sea. Then it's loaded onto armored trucks that move only in the dead of night. And these aren't just any trucks. They're escorted by Italy's top special forces.
And if anyone spots something and a rumor starts, a disinformation team is ready to squash it, saying it was all just a security drill.
So, the operation is over. The gold is back in Rome. They pulled it off. But the story doesn't end there, because now comes the fallout. Was it a brilliant success or the start of a massive global scandal?
So, how do they make it all disappear? Well, after it's all said and done, the Bank of Italy's board retroactively signs off on the whole thing. And it doesn't go into the books as a secret gold heist. Oh no, it gets recorded as a mind-numbingly boring geographical rebalancing of assets. The secret gets buried deep inside bureaucratic jargon.
This slide really shows you the tightrope they were walking. If they succeed, Italy gets to control its own destiny, its own financial sovereignty. It's protected. But if they get caught, the consequences are just catastrophic. You're talking about a global market panic, a huge diplomatic crisis with allies like the US and the UK, and maybe even sanctions from the EU. It was the ultimate all-or-nothing gamble.
And all of this leaves us with one final big question to chew on. In a world where we're all demanding more and more transparency, is this kind of extreme financial secrecy a necessary tool for a country to protect itself? Or is it actually a dangerous weapon that could blow up in everyone's faces? Some to think about.